I'm Penny, and I play the keyboards.
I'm Frost, and I play the guitar.
It doesn't seem like you mean it. I don't believe that you believe it. And it feels like running with your eyes closed if you forget what you're supposed to be. It doesn't seem like you mean it. I don't believe that you believe it. And it feels like running with your eyes closed if you forget what you're supposed to be.
It's kind of just about people that sort of trundle through their life just doing what they assume is the right thing to do without really sort of thinking about what's best for them and doing what they want to do for themselves. I find it's quite sad when people are like, really artistic and musical people that kind of just take a real academic route because they assume that that's the best way to get a job and survive,
Yeah,
but without
money is everything.
without like just sort of trying to do what they feel passionate about. And a lot of people care far too much about money. We've done a few things back in the UK that are just like TV shows that we just really don't respect and don't have time for and don't watch ourselves. And we did a thing for GMTV, and it's kind of like
It was it's like a morning television.
What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster?
so that's the way we dealt with that problem.
We just got a bit drunk the night before, and then just planned to like kind of not take it very seriously, and then it kind of escalated to being a bit madder than we thought. And we didn't plan to hurt anyone, but like a guitar flew across the garden and landed in the cameraman's
Who's the guitarist, Frost?
me. Yeah. So there was just like keyboards and guitars and amps on the floor and stuff. And
Mainly keyboards and guitars, I think.
yeah,
Ewan and Rob, our singer and drummer, didn't really know what to do.
which was good because they kept it kind of going.
No, they didn't. They just stood there and looked really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The radio is terrible.
It's basically
I'm a real not fan of the general like UK radio is really bad. Like mainstream radio stations, they kind of appeal to the lowest common denominator and just try and play really poppy catchy songs so they get stuck in people's heads.
yeah.
It's kind of just advertising with music rather than good music that's worth listening to.
Radio at the moment, like Radio 1 in the UK, it kind of does the opposite of what music's meant to do, and it narrows down the public's view of music. And I think a lot of people probably go, I don't really like music, and there's probably like a million more bands they'd love, but they don't actually know about it because they're not told about it. And like, I don't know, I think it makes people think that that's all there is, and it's actually like 1% of music, really.
I'm just not a big fan of football culture in general. I kind of find I don't really understand that a musician can get paid 10 times. That a footballer can get paid like 10 times, 20 times, 50 times what a doctor gets paid. That doesn't really make much sense to me. We played 2 gigs for charity at Christmas time. We played a gig for Shelter, and we did another gig for MenCap, which is for Shelter's for homeless people and MenCap's for mentally challenged people. So we do try to do our bit, especially at Christmas time, because then I think most people sort of wake up a bit more.
Yes, I am. I am the Welsh Pete Doherty. Hi.
You're on smack as we speak, aren't you?
Yeah.
You can see it in his fingernails.
That one there, it's just a bit bleeding a bit.
It's because you've been shooting up.
Yeah.
No, we're not fans of hard drugs in any way. David Hasselhoff himself is kind of interesting because he's kind of a parody of himself. Like he's a real sort of.
I mean, talking about rock stars, he is a real rock star. Do you know what I mean? Because he's just like
he's like a rock star
complete idiot. Like yeah, so
he's like a rock star without the music, and he's kind of he's really kitsch. He's like a kitsch icon, but mainly because Knight Rider and Baywatch are like the only reasons anyone really cares who he is. And now he's just kind of this aging, leathery, old kitsch parody of a person that existed about 30 years ago.
What's that coming over the hill? Is it a